Gale Brewer. Brewer.
Yes.
Okay. I speak English or French?
English.
English. No.
Pas français, mais pas très bien.
Okay, fine. No, but if you can have a microphone, that will be fine for me. So you're from Manhattan?
I'm from Manhattan.
Manhattan, it's in French. Could you just speak in the microphone?
Yes, absolutely.
That's really better. What is the main challenge for you, being the main city center of the world? What is the main challenge for you today, your revolution, what is it?
Well, in Manhattan, where I am the borough president, which is the highest elected official, the main challenge is work that is sustainable, meaning that the job is going to last, that there is enough business so that the rent gets paid because the rents are very high. And also, as we discussed here today at the Revolution at Work, is a different workplace. In other words, co-sharing, less ties, more open collar. And figuring out how to have work.
But a different space. We, 10 years ago, everybody was like, we have to work in an open space. It was the main, the main rule in every company. So this was wrong.
Well,
we learned about that mistake.
The open space still exists in Borough Manhattan. We have now co-work spaces like WeWork, and I know here you have similar companies.
It is, yes.
But we also have to have parks that are accessible. We need better transportation. We need affordable housing. Those are all the changes that are part of work. It's not just where you work, it's how you have your family. You need more daycare. You need daycare, you need to have benefits. You need to have portability. That's another issue, so that your insurance can go from company to company. Because I look at the whole work person, not just the space.
But when you look at the person, what do they will? What do they want, actually?
What they want is to be able to...
because they want to have their own home
They want to have an affordable home that's within the distance of commute, because the expense of housing is so great that people are commuting from Pennsylvania an hour and a half. So you want, and the company...
But they could work at home.
They could work at home, but I have to say this notion that you can work at home isn't conducive. You might want to have a co-work space where you can go several days a month or a week, but people are still working in an office. We have not, in Manhattan, gotten rid of the offices.
More productive in an office.
The offices are still there. There is many more people working at Starbucks, which is not necessarily good, but that's true. They would prefer, I think, to work in a co-work space where they could share the conference room and share the coffee and be able to have discussions. So we have that kind of space. We have a lot of startups, and they need that kind of space. We also, though, have to have spaces for the next set of businesses.
Which is the next set?
Well, the next set, you have 1 or 2 workers for the startup, but then you have 15 workers.
The next step.
And where is that space? That's a problem. We have a lot of incubators starting in
You have a problem of space?
We do, because it's expensive. I mean, in other words, you can't just move to the next space if you can't afford it.
But how do you deal with it?
Well, we have co-work. We have different size. The city of New York is giving, through the Economic Development Corporation, is making opportunities available. You have to subsidize sometimes.
You have to, huh?
And then we also have a training issue. Don't forget, Microsoft, Facebook, all the big ones, Google, they're looking for people yesterday, engineers, and we don't have enough to fill those jobs. We could have 4,000 people tomorrow from the city of New York if they were trained. So we're working on that. But that's another challenge, is the training, because you need to have people who fit the new job. That's another part of the new workforce.
But you're working on that. Where and when would you have some results?
Well, people, much better. I was chair of the technology committee in the city council in 2002 and 3 and 4. No engineers in New York. It was terrible. Much better now. So the schools at the city university are training engineers.
So you're working with schools and universities?
We work with this, absolutely. Absolutely. We have a big city university of New York, Columbia, New York University, and others. Cornell Tech has just started, brand new campus. So yes, we're training.
So you build bridges, actually.
Excellent. And even from high school. Even from high school, we're learning
tech. From high
tech.
school?
Absolutely. Computer science is finally getting taught in the high schools in the city of New York. Absolutely. Data science. I passed the open data bill. That's the other issue that we have in New York City.
Yes.
Part of the workforce. Data. Data is very important. How many potholes, how many restaurants, how many college graduates, how many people are using the park, how many pedestrians are walking down Broadway.
And you have all that data?
We now have that data in one portal, the open data portal. If it's produced by the city of New York, And we have the 311 data when you call for a problem, and the companies can take that data and make money off of it in terms of a new app, a new startup.
So there's no. Could you compare yourself with La Défense or not?
This is beautiful. This is fabulous. I
But
think
there's
it's
nothing
different.
to do.
Well, no, there's lots of there's data here for the businesses.
There is, of course.
Data makes jobs. No, we have something in Brooklyn called Metrotech, which is very similar. It's an old Verizon company gone away, and there's now startups in there, colleges in there, a lot of synergy between them all.
So do you think that it's a French problem to wonder, to ask, to debate about revolution at work?
Oh no!
Or it is an international?
This is an international
issue.
International. We had on the panel Montreal, China, United States.
Yes.
Yes. This is
So
an international.
you have the same problems?
Exactly
What
the
is
same
the
problems.
main problem now?
The main problem is the new workforce. It is mobile, as we talked about. It wants to socialize. It wants work and family
But this is
and living
politic.
together. It's hard. You have to work at it.
But how do you? What
You
kind
do.
of solution
You
could
have.
you bring?
I think you have to come up with solutions that balance the family. That's a big issue for me and my family. You have to come up with spaces that are appropriate for the new business, as you suggested. Sometimes, and you have to have a building, as La Défense does, that can take the new technology. We have buildings that are so old they can't upgrade to the faster bandwidth.
How old are they? The
New
older
York,
one?
everything. New York has everything. But I'm just saying, that's another
Yes,
example. You have to have bandwidth.
That's a challenge, yes.
You have to have bandwidth, and La Défense does, but it's still, they have some older buildings here too. So there are all these different aspects, and also you need the technologists. You need people who can do graphics, technology-wise. You
It's
need
the digital
banking.
revolution, the next step.
Absolutely. And it's not just technology in the tech world. It's technology in the banking world. It's technology in the graphic art. It's technology in the art world.
In that one.
And you have to have art.
Yeah,
you have to have music.
You do have work in Manhattan?
We have art and music, but we have to have it in the workplace. It has to be part of
There's nothing in the work?
Oh, yes. We have public art. We have music. We never have enough. And
It's
so
never enough.
Never enough music and art for me. Never. But I think in the workplace, you have public art, as you do here in La Défense, that beautiful new
Yes.
Calder. I love it.
Because they think that you could be more productive.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Gale Brewer, for being here and being at this day 2 of the Revolution at Work here in Paris.
Revolution at Work is wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for being here.